Hey everyone, it is your girl Marvette, and today's video is how to add ThriveCart to WordPress. We're going to keep it short, quick, and simple so that you can actually see the steps versus, I'm sorry, I have to say this. I was looking for this, and of course I know that I can go through all of the ThriveCart documentation and find it, but we all know that it is so much easier to jump on YouTube University and search for what we are looking for. And I was simply annoyed, I will say it, I was annoyed that I came across several videos, and in each video, they did not actually show you how to add it to ThriveCart. They showed you other stuff, and let me just say that is why we are doing this video today. So I am going to show you how to add ThriveCart to your WordPress site. And when I say add ThriveCart, I am talking about the checkout page. So if you have a product and it is on your WordPress website, and you do not want to reroute the individual over to ThriveCart, you want the process to be seamless, you can embed your shopping cart on the page and they can stay right there on your WordPress site and make the transaction. So that is what we are looking at today. So let's go ahead and dive in. Real quick, you guys already know the routine. Hit the subscribe, all that wonderful good stuff. I will leave an affiliate link. Yes, I am an affiliate of ThriveCart, so I will leave the link and all the information in the description below. So let's get started. Once you log into ThriveCart, you want to go to your products, which is this little icon here. In this first example, I am going to take an existing shopping cart that I have already done, and I'm just going to clone it. We're going to go through the process, and I will show you what I do if I'm just cloning something, and I will also show you the extra steps if you were creating the shopping cart from scratch. So let's just grab one, and we are going to clone. We'll just clone this one. Clone this product. Here we go. Then we want to jump in and we want to edit. This product is going to be called my Pinterest Power Pack. So let's just add this information in. It's not complicated. I promise you can do it in less than 5 minutes easy. So let's change this out and turn this into Pinterest Power Pack. I'm going to leave it in live mode, or actually I'll put it in test mode so you guys can see it. It's going to be English. Hit next. It is copying over all of the information that was already in the shopping cart. So we are going to hit next. These are your payment processors. They're already activated. So we'll hit next. Pricing. Because I copied over the information, what I like to do is I like to hit the remove. And then I just add it back in. It is a one-time fee. It is $97. There's no trial period. Boom. Hit next. One time. If I was giving them payment options, I could definitely go back and add in an additional payment option. So you do know inside of ThriveCart, you can have additional payment options. And this is on top of, these are payment options directed at you. So if this was a subscription, I could add in a subscription. If I wanted to give them the option for split pay, I could put in split pay and then, tell them 2 payments, and, let them divide up their payments. So this is outside of, say, they decide to use something like Klarna, where they're going to, you're getting paid up front your entire fee, and then they have a payment arrangement with Klarna. That is not what this is. This is they're setting up, in essence, a payment arrangement with you. So you could set up extra payments in here, but we are not giving them that. They're going to pay a one-time fee of $97. You could go in here, have them calculate the sales tax, all this other wonderful stuff, which you guys can find all this extra information in other videos. So let's just hit next. I do not have a bump offer on any of this at the moment, but I probably will add, a bump offer. You always want to add in some bump offers. So I will probably go back in and create a product that is, say 200 pins or, 99 PLR pins, and I'll make that a bump offer for $7 or $10. I love the fact that inside of ThriveCart, not only can you do the bump offers, you can bump up, you can bump down inside of your funnel. There's so many things that you can do inside of ThriveCart where you don't have to go to another service to get all of the things that ThriveCart offers. So I absolutely love ThriveCart, and I am excited that years ago I got ThriveCart because of her first name is Tracy, and she is a blogger. I can't think of her last name right now, but she had ThriveCart, and she did a little video and a class on ThriveCart Learn. And at the time, I had the coins to be able to do it. So I jumped on that lifetime membership. And when I say it is one of the absolute best things that I have invested my money in, because we all know that, and I won't mention all of their names, Kajabi, and all these other training platforms that really do hit you over the head every single month with their fees. Guess who does not have any fees? Marvet, because I have ThriveCart. So just my shameless plug. So let's move on. We're going to hit the next. I don't have any bump rules, none of this stuff. Hit next. Do I want affiliates to promote this product? I will eventually, but not right now. So we're just going to continue with next. Access your product. What should happen to them after purchase? I want them to actually be routed over to my membership site or to my training platform inside of ThriveCart, because that's where I put all of their extra information and all of the goodies. I actually put it inside of my memberships site. So this is the platform. And it's asking me, what course to apply for. What are they getting after purchase? And I have already created this inside of here, and they are going to be routed to the Pinterest marketing. We'll change that, and we'll turn this into Pinterest marketing. We will hit next. We are still going to go into the launch editor, because I always like to double check it, and because I need to update the name. So this is going to be the Pinterest Power Pack. And then I would update this information as well. You could just cut and paste. And we are going to hit the next button. Next, here's the success page. Again, it copied everything over, so I would just come in here and update this with all of the information that I want that pertains to Pinterest. So don't forget to update your success page. Other than that, we're going to pretend like it all says Pinterest. We're going to hit complete. And it is now done. And looky here, save and get the URL. Because this checkout page was already an embedded checkout page, it automatically is giving me the embed code. So we're going to copy this embed code. right there. We copied it. And now we're going to jump over into the WordPress. We're going to go into WordPress and we're going to get out of that one because that's the pin and prep. And we want to go to the Pinterest Power Pack page. So let's go down here and find it. Here we go. Just go in here and edit. So I'm in the process of, it's so crazy. I know it sounds crazy. And you guys are going to be like, what? Yeah, me. Okay. So I build websites in addition to all the other, what I call my concierge services, which is Pinterest and Etsy and a few other things. And I had taken the old website down and I had not put a new website up, and it hasn't kept me from getting clients, but I definitely needed to go ahead and put a brand new website up. So this is what you guys are seeing. And yes, so the website is 99% done. I have a couple of more items I need to add, and it is ready to go for people to visit and look and see and purchase and all that good stuff. So don't talk bad about me. But yes, I needed to do my website over. I attended the Art Institute, so building websites, that's what my undergrad was in, was web development and graphic art. So here we are. So inside of your WordPress page, you can come on down, and that HTML, I know it's already here, but this is where you would post your HTML code. That's it. So I'm not here to teach you a WordPress site, but let me go ahead. The theme I'm using is a Cadence theme. So let's say you didn't have this already. You would come down here. You can come to the plus button and look. Don't overthink this. So inside of your WordPress site, wherever you want your shopping cart to go, as you guys can see, come down here and select the option for custom HTML. That's all you do. And it created a new block, right? And you would plug in that information, but I am going to delete that because we already have one. I am going to save this. And then I'm also going to show you guys the preview so you can actually see what it looks like. And that's it. You just cut and paste, cut and paste. Let's view the page. Pinterest Power Pack. And here is the embedded. Here is your embedded checkout. And let's just go through it and test it, right? Because it's in test mode. It's letting me know it's in test mode. So let me plug in my information. So I plugged in all of my information. We're going to hit continue. And when you are in test mode, it will allow you to test the system. So all you're going to do is follow along with the prompts. I copied the credit card information, which is a bootleg number. And then I'm going to put in a date, 123, put in a zip code, put in my information, and boom, I could complete the order. And I did this all while I'm still on my actual website. Now, what it did do is it jumped back over to ThriveCart, and here's that success page. Here's that success page. And then they can turn around and boom, here is where they would go to log in and get their other additional information. I did not have to take them back to ThriveCart. I could have just simply taken them to a thank you page on the website. But as I stated, I want them to have access to the information inside of ThriveCart because that's where I use ThriveCart Learn also to store, even if I'm selling a digital product, I will still put it inside of ThriveCart Learn and put all the assets and everything inside of ThriveCart Learn. So I not only do I use it for my training courses and everything, I use it for all of my digital products, and it just makes life a whole lot easier. So that is how you add it to your website. If you were, let's jump back over to ThriveCart because I do want to show you what it would look like if you were doing it completely from scratch and you did not have a product that you were cloning. So you would just come in and you would create a product, and we'll just call it a digital product. And we are going to call this product test. So test product, real quick. You can put your label over here. Test product. As well. We'll leave it in test mode. We'll hit next. So see, now this has to be activated. Well, Stripe Connect, because I have Stripe Connect with ThriveCart, is already activated. And then my PayPal, I would activate my PayPal and select, which one am I going to use? Select my PayPal account down here. And then I would just hit save. So we don't need to do that. We're just going to hit next. We said that it was what? $97. So again, if I was also going to give them, the option to pay and split up payments, I could also add a split pay. And we'll do 2 payments of, since we're going to split up their payment, I always charge them a little bit more. I do. So let's say for 2 payments, it just went up to $60. So we're going to charge them $120. And that's completely up to you. We're going to hit next. So now they have 2 options. They can pay $120. They can pay $97. I'm not calculating all the sales tax and the whole 9 yards. Do you want to customize your customer's payment notification? Yes, you could select that option. And if you do, then you can customize the receipt that is provided to them. So that is an option, but I will uncheck that. We are just going to hit next. I don't have any bump offers, so next. Everything else remains exactly the same. And I'm not going to do that as an affiliate. I do need to put in this because otherwise it's going to give you an error message and you won't be able to move forward. So virtual conciergehub.com/contact. What should happen after invoice? Display their total invoice. If you just wanted them to get an invoice that says thank you, that you can make that happen. But or you could send them to a URL, which could be back onto your website, wherever you want to send them. But I'm gonna add them to my membership site again, which is ThriveCart Learn, and I want them to get added to the Pinterest marketing. You could add in your tags in here, but let's just hit next so we can get through here. So now, again, if you were creating the shopping cart from scratch, this is where you can come in and browse the gallery. We know that you want an embeddable cart. So guess what? You need to select the option that says embeddable. And here you go. Now, that does not mean that you can't create your own custom stuff. I haven't gotten that far. I try to keep stuff simple and easy. So you can look and see which one do you want to use. You got a couple of options. So which one do you want to use? You got a couple of options. I happen to like that one, but let's choose this one this time, and we will hit select. Boom, it popped up. You can still come in here and modify it, tweak it, add to it. There's a ton of stuff that you could still do, that you can do to your cart, the whole 9 yards. So like where this contact information, if you want here we go. I need their name. I might want their first and their last name. So you can come over here and do some modifications is all that I am saying. But the remainder of the process is in fact the same. So if you wanted to add in, excuse me, some videos, some other stuff, play around in here and work it out. And this particular one, as you can see, the payment, everything is all on the same page. So we are going to hit the next button. You still have your success page, all that wonderful good stuff. Here you go. Hit next. We could save all of this. Here's that success page. Fill in all of your information in here. You just gonna fill it all in, and we would hit complete. And then you just go back in, and we're gonna go back to the product because we're all done. And let's get where is my, hold on. Here we go. Under automation, save and get the URL. And boom, you take this exact same URL and you plug it into let me go back to my other page. Trying to figure out why my page disappeared. So you would take that same, let me just say this, you take that exact same code and you plug it in the same way into the custom HTML. It's as simple and easy as 1, 2, 3. So I hope this video helped someone and clarified that, once you create it on ThriveCart, you're just going to copy and paste it into the custom HTML on the website. It's that easy. So I hope this helped. Hoped that it helped. And I tried to do a 5-minute video, and guess what, guys? We're at 23 minutes and 14 seconds, but I'm still under 25 minutes. So I did pretty good today.